It all began with a question that had been asked by many, but answered by few. What is the secret to success? Is it intelligence, hard work, or luck? For Kofi, a young man from a small village in Ghana, the answer to this question was about to change his life forever. Kofi had always been fascinated by the way people live their lives. He would often watch the villagers go about their daily routines, wondering what made them tick. One day, while observing a group of people working in the fields, he noticed a donkey standing nearby. The donkey, whose name was Acua, seemed to be watching Kofi with a curious expression. As Kofi approached Acua, he noticed that she was different from the other donkeys. She was strong and confident, yet gentle and kind. Kofi felt drawn to Acua and decided to learn more about her. Acua's owner, a wise old man named Kwame, noticed Kofi's interest in the donkey and approached him. "Ah, you're interested in Acua, eh?" Kwame said with a smile. "Well, let me tell you, that donkey has a story to tell. A story of perseverance, patience, and determination." Kofi's eyes widened with curiosity as Kwame began to tell Acua's story. "You see, Kofi, Acua was once a stubborn and headstrong donkey. She would often refuse to listen to her owners and would do things her own way. But one day, she realized that her stubbornness was not getting her anywhere. She was tired, hungry, and alone. So, she decided to change her ways. She began to listen to her owners and work with them. She learned to carry heavy loads and navigate through rough terrain. And she discovered that she had a unique strength and ability that no other donkey had. But, Kofi, remember, Acua is not the only donkey who has made a difference in history. In the Bible, there's a story about a donkey that was used by Jesus to enter Jerusalem. The donkey was bound and tied, but Jesus freed it and used it to fulfill a prophecy. The donkey carried Jesus into Jerusalem, and it was a symbol of humility and peace. And then there's the story of Balaam's donkey, who saw an angel of the Lord standing in the road, but Balaam couldn't see it. The donkey refused to move forward, and Balaam beat him 3 times. But the donkey was trying to protect Balaam from the angel, who was trying to kill him. The donkey's persistence and stubbornness ultimately saved Balaam's life, and he was able to continue on his journey. I've also heard stories of donkeys being used in ancient times to carry goods and people across deserts and mountains. They were strong and reliable, and they played a crucial role in trade and commerce. And in some cultures, donkeys are still used today as a mode of transportation and as a source of companionship. And that, Kofi, is the kind of persistence and determination that I want to teach you. Don't be afraid to be stubborn and persistent when you know what's right. It might just save your life. And don't be afraid to be humble and gentle, even when the world around you is moving fast and strong. It's often the humble and gentle ones who make the greatest impact. Kofi, to think like a donkey means to be present in the moment. It means to focus on the next step, not the entire journey. It means to be patient and persistent, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It means to trust in yourself and your abilities, and to never give up on your goals. You see, Kofi, life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you think like a donkey, you'll be surprised at how far you can go. Kwame continued, and remember, Kofi, this donkey has been beaten and whipped many times, but it never lost focus on where it's going. It never gave up. Instead, it used those challenges to strengthen its resolve and keep moving forward. And that's the key to success, Kofi. It's not about being immune to challenges, but about learning to navigate through them with perseverance and determination. Also learn that it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Acua has had its fair share of struggles and setbacks, but it always found a way to overcome them. And it learned that sometimes it's okay to slow down and take a break. Donkeys are notorious for being stubborn, but they're also known for being gentle and kind. We know when to push forward and when to take a step back. So, Kofi, don't be afraid to be like a donkey. Don't be afraid to be stubborn and persistent, but also don't be afraid to be gentle and kind. Remember that life is a journey, not a destination. And always keep moving forward, one step at a time. Kofi was deeply moved by Acua's story. He realized that he had been living his life in a similar way to Acua. He had been stubborn and headstrong, refusing to listen to others and doing things his own way. But now, he saw the error of his ways. Thank you, Kwame, Kofi said, his eyes shining with tears. "Thank you for sharing Akua's story with me. I promise to change my ways and be more patient and determined." Kwame smiled and patted Kofi on the back. "I'm glad you're willing to change, Kofi. Remember, it's never too late to start anew. And always remember Akua's story, for it will guide you on your journey." From that day on, Kofi made a conscious effort to be more patient and determined. He broke down his goals into smaller, manageable steps, and he focused on the present moment. He encountered many obstacles along the way, but he persevered, just like Akua. When he stumbled, he picked himself up and kept moving forward. And as he looked back on his journey, he realized that he had accomplished more than he ever thought possible. Years went by, and Kofi became a successful and respected member of his community. He never forgot Akua's story and the lessons he learned from her. And whenever he faced a challenge, he would remember Kwame's words, "The choice is ours." And so, Kofi learned to think like a donkey and be wise. He learned that life is not about being the strongest or the smartest. It's about being persistent and patient. And he learned that with determination and perseverance, anything is possible.